Okay, so I'm back with Aquarius rising. Wow. This one, and you know what they always say about Aquarius energy is just could be very unexpected. Let's just say this to just even start this off. Aquarius rising, a lot of the times, what you're expecting of them, even sometimes what they portray, could be completely different than what they are like. You get what I'm saying? Like, not even what they portray, like what you expect of them or how you see them, how you expect that they're or them to be could be literally completely different than what they portray. You get what I'm saying? Like how they really think of themselves. I will say this, to be fair, with Aquarius rising energy, I really do see most for them, they come across unpredictable situations, right? All throughout their life, growing up, put in situations to where they had to adapt to or accept some sort of distance that's being placed on them. It was not much they could expect out of certain individuals in their life, their upbringing, what things were going to be, even though they could have desired it to be a certain way, even though they could have wanted, okay, things to, be a little bit more concrete, a little bit more restrictive for them, a little bit more structured for them. So Aquarius, and it's nothing against their parents per se. It's not, because let's say you were an Aquarius rising and you grew up in a single parent home, whether that's the mother or father, or you had both parents but they worked a lot, however you want to put it, but you ended up being treated or having to adapt to situations, right, to where it was a bit abnormal. It wasn't the usual family structure, or the usual, even if, let's just come out of the family structure, just the usual way, that it wasn't the norm. The way that you had to adapt to things wasn't the norm per se, that you were seeing in situations around you, and you had to adjust yourself accordingly. Like, it almost could seem like you are some sort of projection. All right, like you're living out this projected outer body experience, and you're just, some kind of way you remove your emotions from certain moves you have to make, the way that you think and you approach situations in life, because you're tired of being disappointed, you're tired of being hurt, you had to adjust yourself even with what expectations look like. So what ends up happening as a result, is you'll fixate yourself on a particular plan. Basically, you can even come off as kind of controlling to others. Like, it's a couple ways you can handle this. One way, trying to control others, trying to control the situations around you. Another way, being flexible, being open to letting people be how they are, but you have your set course of how you would approach things, you would think about things, and then you don't allow others to impose on that. I hope I'm not jumping around, because I don't want to do that, but I'm trying to paint a picture here while I'm talking. So, but you could have been seeing yourself in a situation to where you could, because of your surroundings or your environment and the way things were and the way things were set up, you could have, I'm not saying that you didn't have any type of rules or stuff that you had to follow, but who was there to really look after if you followed them or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, And I'm not saying that there was not any people that will hold you accountable, but you had, when you really look on it, it could have been like you had a lot more freedom in certain things, possibly at the age that you were versus maybe, you know, other people or either your peers around you. And also your family could seem like, friends could seem like family, you know, and your affiliations are important to you because you see them as ways to progress yourself, people to learn off of. Your interests could be varied. Your interests could seem abnormal to people. Like you could have, even the way that you present yourself or project yourself into the world, it can, you know, it could be different. You could not really want to look like others, or if you do, it's like your group, it's like it's people that you vibe with. It's not that you don't necessarily want to look like others, but you do have like this, you have this way about yourself to where you're not really trying to fit in to what other people are saying or other people are doing. So you really could care less, like, or over time, you know, you're like, okay, well, I could really care less about what people think of me or how they see me, or what if they were dressed like this or if they would do that. You know, you could really care less because you learn to detach yourself from this emotional state of being. Like, now, when you get deeper, okay, when you get deeper, depending on other placements you have, you could definitely be sensitive, you can definitely be emotional, but it's not how you, people that don't really know you, they can look at you as someone that could be rather cold, detached, like you're not really paying attention to what's going on, you're aloof, but really you're paying attention to everything a lot of times. But if it catches your attention, like if it's something that matters to you, you could be, so really, you know, like a hobby, or the way, like hobbies that you have, or the way that you want to project yourself, the way that you think, you could wear that difference and that uniqueness on your body with the way that you look, the way that you dress, the way that you communicate certain things about yourself over to people that initially meet you. Now, with this being said, is you could actually seem like somebody that's like rather out there. You definitely could be seen rebellious or be rebellious, okay? People could see you as rebellious, even though there could be some sort of structure to you, really, like if people get to know you or whatever. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, it's, how should I say this? It's not, because I'm not about to edit these videos. Oh gosh, that's your rebellious energy kicking in. Okay, so but there's really a deepness to you, a strange deepness to you. If you don't feel like it is, other people see it. Like they see you as someone that is mysterious. So this is what I mean. Like when I say that you can come off, there's something about you that looks a certain way, but it could be completely different. And this thing that I really want to get out is that you could seem offbeat and rather out there and rather wild, and you could be rebellious. And yes, these could be all these things that you really are, but you do have. Hold on. Let me. Okay, y'all. I cannot edit this video. So I just text my daughter to tell her to come down here and get this dryer, because I'm not going to edit this video. I can't right now. Like I'm just getting them out. So yeah, there's this, no, you're going to have to restart that dryer or something because it keeps buzzing. Okay, so, but with that being said, there, okay, so when we go deeper, let's go deeper here with you, because like I said, people see you or can see you as mysterious. People can also see you as, you know, there's something about you that may have some power. So there's something about the way that you project yourself, or the ability to rebel, that has a power. It has a power over just your interactions, the way that you come off in the world. There's a lot of things that you can get done. There's a lot of power and control that you can have, especially over certain individuals, right? But at the same time, this is what make people either love you or hate you. Okay? And don't look, individuals sense this power from you. And there's this change that they feel. Like, a lot of times you meet people, you come across people too, when there's some sort of transformation that they're going through in their life, or even with the work that they do, dealing with karma and stuff like that, and they know it. They sense it from you. They sense it, like, man, when I come across Aquarius rising, there's no way that I'm going to leave this person without having some sort of change that occurs for me. But even though yours is being done, it's done on a personal level, but it's more than likely done on a collective level by interacting with you and stuff. This is the thing. You, a lot of times, Aquarius risings could be, and just Aquarius energy in particular, can be destructive amongst themselves, because you have that tendency to want to break things down and make changes. And there's always something about your upbringing or your environment earlier on that makes you be like, okay, I don't really, it's not that you don't want to take anything from your upbringing, but it's something that you want to drastically do differently than what you experience, and so a lot of times you will not, if it's certain things that you're not ready for, if it's certain steps in life that you're just like, man, like, why would I do that unless I can bring change? Like, why would I make this decision to do A, B, or C when I know how I felt in the situation? So if I feel like I'm not going to be better, why, or make some sort of significant changes, or if I'm not even in a position to do that, why would I why would I put myself in a situation to repeat these cycles? Like, this is stuff that you really do think about. Now, whether you have them play out that way or not, it all depends. It all depends on you, because you could be a bit reckless. You could be rebellious to a fault. Like, you could be rebellious to like, you're sabotaging yourself just because you're like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to follow these people's rules. I don't need this. I don't want to, or just because you don't want to fit. It's sometimes you do things just to test the limit. You just test things, but you are here to make changes. Aquarius rising is here to make changes. I'm talking about in a forward type way. I'm talking about an advanced way, especially for the next 20 years with the Pluto and Aquarius generation. So your life, with these changes, you have to understand, because for some of y'all, you could have, like, your parents. If this isn't you, like, your parents or your affiliations around you could have wanted you so bad to do things that look traditional, that appear a certain way to people, to the public, but you're just like, man, that's not me. Even though there's something about your life or something about you having to live in this world, you feel like you have to do these things. I really do believe that you're here to change the way a lot of society looks. Just by the way you live, just by the way you interact with life. So you are here to do things differently. You are. Don't renege on that. Don't go back on that because you feel pressure from other people. You know, you're here. Yes, it's a lot of weight because you feel like you're always working through karma. You're working through other people's karma. You're trying to understand how the way you feel, you know, what's the right thing to do versus what you want to do, you know. What sense does being in this world make anyways? What's the point of all this? You can have just like unexpected circumstances with the body, with the self, you know. It's just something about you and your experiences that's not typical. And you're supposed to embrace that. Your biggest thing here is change. You inspire people to change and you trigger people to change. Even if it's by the way they interact with you and they feel like you're not treating them good enough, they're going to be like, I'm better than this, so I'm going to change for the better. I'm going to up my value, whatever the case may be. You know, if they feel like you make people see to where they're stagnant and where they need to and where they want to have new experiences. You know. So be okay with being different. What does that mean to you? Maybe it's a specific area. It's a specific thing in your career, in the work that you do. And karma, like longevity, what you're building, what family looks like. You know, what is that specific thing? That way you won't be reckless and just rebelling for no reason. You have to figure out what your purpose is. And embrace that. And honestly, I think out of all rising signs, I think that you're okay. You're okay with having to do this. Even though it could be hard. It seems hard at first. But you're deciding to do it. All right, this is Aquarius rising. I'm butterfly to light. And I will return. Peace.